Hello, OGers. Is anybody else going to the Food and Wine Show? It's not called the Food and Wine Show anymore. It's been the Food and Wine Show for so many years. It's now the Food and Wine Festival, not a show. What's the difference, you ask? I'm not sure. However, I do know that it used to be downtown. And when it was downtown, that was great. Now it's at the EY Center, which is next to the airport. So unless you're flying in for the festival, not very convenient. I did a little bit of research. First, I contacted the fine people at the Ottawa Food and Wine Festival. They were very busy, so I got in touch with some of the food vendors that I know were going to be there. So the people at the Food and Wine Festival got back to me, and they were helpful, but they were still finalizing their list of food vendors. The way I see what they're doing this year at the EY Center, the Food and Wine Festival in Ottawa, what they're doing is they have it separated into two groups of people. VIPs, they get their own door to go in, and then the other people, the non-VIPs, the riffraff. I'm one of them. I could be VIP, but why break the bank, really, you know? Because I'm just gonna be on the main tasting floor the whole time. But I will tell you, those of you off gluten who are VIP status, I will tell you what you can eat in there because I did research for you. The riffraff, those of us that didn't pay for VIP, some of us are off gluten, most of us aren't. I'm gonna tell you what you get in your ticket. You get an ISO certified tasting glass. It's a small glass. It does not look like my glass. It looks like my glass's baby glass. So you get your wine glass, which you take with you throughout the night to get your samples. There's a donut wall made out of donuts. The wall is not made out of donuts. This is a donut wall, which is a wall covered in donuts. Mavericks Donuts from Ottawa, they're making this wall covered in donuts. Walk away from the donut wall because none of them are gluten-free. I bet they're so delicious. I bet they're so good, those donuts. You also get to attend prep school. The prep school feature is a series of 15 seminars put on by different people in the food and wine industry. Also included in your ticket is the Urban Makers Market, where you can pick up jams and chutneys and fresh salsas and other delicious things. They're giving away lots of free samples, and in the case of the market, I would speak to whoever is manning the stall. So the vendor, it's family run or small businesses typically, and they will be able to answer your questions about gluten content. One thing that I think should be clarified is the maximum number of tickets you're allowed to buy, because your ticket to get in doesn't get you the food and the drinks. You have to buy sample tickets. You can buy up to $60 worth in one go, or is it 80? Because the frequently asked question said 60, but then the policy said 80. If you buy that many tickets and you can't use them all, this is really cool. You can donate them to the Ottawa Mission. I guess it's on your way out, or speak to a staff member and they can show you how to do that. If you don't figure out how to do that, you can donate them to me if you see me. I'll look like this, but wearing a different dress. Okay, now for the good stuff. Those of you with VIP status, you've come in a special door. I'm sure someone's told you you look nice. I'm sure you look nice because you bought the expensive ticket. I'm sure you have jewels and gems around your neck. I know what you're getting in addition to what we already have, which is amazing and enough for the riffraff. And you get the tasting alley. What's the tasting alley? It's a place where you can go and sample fine wines from all around the world from 8 winemakers, small batch, family owned, small vineyards. Meet with them, speak to them, question them, drill them, and drink their wine. And you get free samples included in the tasting alley. When you're in there sampling these delicious wines, you also are going to be fed from small plates. I don't know how small plates, and hors d'oeuvres, which might be the hardest word in the world to spell. I don't know which are gluten-free, if anything. You'll have to ask the server, you'll have to ask the staff, and then someone will come tell you. The most interesting sounding thing that you guys in VIP get that I think sounds really wonderful are you get to choose your vices. And your vices are chocolate, meat, and cheese. So there's a cheese vault, there's a place called Carnivore, and then there's Choco Chic. I hope I'm pronouncing Choco Chic Okay. Those are the 3 places where you choose in advance when you buy your ticket. You might be able to upgrade when you're there, I don't know. But you're VIP, and so you're going to one of those places. And I was able to get in touch with the person in charge of supplying the food for those 3 lovely food groups in my new food pyramid: carnivore, choco chic, and food vault. Cool thing about food vault, I like that word vault, bank vault, it's cheese vault. And they're doing a lockdown. A lockdown in the cheese vault means you're in jail with cheese. Think about that. In fancy clothes, drinking wine with all the other VIP people. So the people at the cheese vault delivered me some great news. The cheese vault is being put together by Maître Fromager, terrible French, Afram Pristine. I believe he's based in Toronto. You get to sample cheeses from up to 20 different varieties from around the world. That's a lot of cheese, a lot of variety of cheese. And if you're in the cheese vault, enjoy yourself. It's all gluten-free. All the cheese. Eat it all. Don't eat it all. Eat a lot of it. In carnivore is where you're going to come face to face with good people from seed to sausage. And I was in touch with them and I heard back from them. And everything that they have, mainly their cured meats, is what they bring to these types of events, is gluten-free. Except for their beer bratwurst, but they're not necessarily having that. But if that is there and you want that, that is not gluten-free. Everything else, go be a carnivore. Go gnaw your teeth into meat. I know, some of us do it. Your last vice of choice is the choco chic. The chocolate comes from a Roche chef chocolatier in Gatineau, and they've assured me everything gluten-free. I find it ironic that the 3 vices, and vice is a word for immoral, wicked behavior, all 3 are gluten-free. The cheeses, the chocolate, and the meat. What about us riffraff and what we can eat way out on the tasting floor, the main tasting floor? So they get the tasting alley, which is the special wines, and they get the vices, that's carnivore, choco chic, and cheese. And we get the main tasting floor. Feeling let down and left out and broke poor because you're not VIP? Don't worry, I'm about to tell you about something that's gonna make it all better. Out on the main tasting floor, where you'll find myself and my people, we have lots of things that we can eat. There's going to be lots of food vendors that I don't mention here, and if there's something that looks good and you think, hey, maybe that's gluten-free, just ask them, they'll tell you, then you'll know. And then maybe you can comment on my video what you found that's also gluten-free for other people to see. But the things that I know for sure confirmed, the barbecue babes are gonna be there. They're going to be serving pork sliders, brisket on a stick, and ribs, all of which are gluten-free. They make all of their sauces from scratch. Then you can know all the ingredients. Everything's gluten-free. And they're going to bring some Udi's gluten-free buns so that the pork sliders can be put on gluten-free buns. So that's pretty amazing. And it'll be a miracle if I don't eat some of their food. I got some great news about 6 minutes ago that Walking Tacos, have you heard of these guys? All gluten-free. They even have a soft taco that's gluten-free. A Dorito bag is gluten-free. Obviously, the Doritos inside too, the bag. And they use that and they make so you can walk around and have a taco. There's also going to be a guy named Matt Grant who makes Cornish pasties, and with a husband from the UK, and his family's from Cornwall, where the pasty is an important feature. Pasties are delicious. I haven't had one in a million years. Matt Grant makes them locally here in Ottawa, and they look delicious, but they're not gluten-free. But maybe one day somebody will make one of those for me and let me know. After all that eating and drinking, if you have any energy left to stay for the after party, it's called après, which is after in French, and they're calling this party après a masterclass in fun. So I hear that a place called Common, or The Common, or Common Eatery, they are putting together the food for the after party, and they're also hosting at their restaurant on Friday night the after party. But the only thing you need to keep in mind if you see the word Common at the Food and Wine Festival 2017 is their meatball. I'll say that again. Their meatball is gluten-free. Common's meatball is gluten-free. Walking Tacos, gluten-free. Barbecue Babes, meat on a stick, meat in a gluten-free bun. Ribs, meat on bone. all gluten-free, plus there's drinks, primarily wine. I know this doesn't sound healthy, but it sounds gluten-free, and it sounds delicious. I'm gonna have a great time at Food and Wine, and hopefully I'll see you there, or you'll see me there. Have fun, and wear your nylons. And if you see me walking in this shoe, give me a high five, because I don't do that often. Bye.